Finally, the first ever people's train service in Balochistan has reached to its final phases that would provide an affordable and quick transportation service to the local residents of Quetta between Quetta and Kuchlag. This was announced by the Chief Minister Balochistan, Mr. Sarfraz Ahmed Bugti, during a meeting with the Federal Minister for Railways, Mr. Hanif Abbasi, who is visiting Quetta. Both the leaders have discussed the restoration of railway projects in Balochistan through a joint venture between the government of Balochistan and Pakistan Railways in order to provide quality train services to the local residents of Balochistan. However, the provincial government has decided to release 1.4 billion rupees in next few days for the construction of new railway stations and upgradation of the current railway infrastructure in Balochistan. Federal Minister for Railways has applauded the development and says this is for the first time in the 78 years history of Pakistan Railways that a decision has been made at provincial level for devolution, which sets a strong example of cooperation and trust between the Federation and provinces.
What's unfolding in Iran right now is a warning sign for every fragile democracy. When protests spiral into chaos, the real winners aren't people. It's the forces that thrive on fear, crackdowns and collapse. And in Pakistan, that fear is rising again as Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and its allied opposition movement prepare for February 8 protests and shutdown calls. Here is what you really need to know. In Iran, protests that erupted after a severe economic shock and currency turmoil have escalated into the country's biggest unrest in years, with reports of mass killings, arrests, and a sweeping crackdown. International bodies are now responding. The UN Human Rights Council is holding an emergency session amid reporting of thousands of deaths and claims of extreme force against the demonstrators. At the same time, Iran has faced major internet shutdowns, adding economic paralysis to political unrest and deepening the sense of collective punishment. Now, Pakistan is heading into a sensitive date. Multiple credible reports confirm that February 8 protest and shutdown wheel jam calls tied to the anniversary of the February 8 elections. But in the previous instances, we have seen that how these protests by that specific political party have always turned violent. But the state is also bracing for unrest. Reporting shows Punjab is preparing new riot control arrangements and there are moves toward fast-track handling of protest-related cases, signaling a tougher posture ahead of February 8. In another report, it was highlighted that PTI claims detentions and injuries after police disrupted a rally in Rawalpindi, and PTI figures are still projecting that February 8 protest will be nationwide in impact. Peaceful protest is sure a democratic right, but violent escalation is a national trap, and once a protest turns into chaos, everyone pays the price. Businesses shut, cities freeze, and ordinary people become collateral. February 8 is coming. The question right now is whether Pakistan chooses protest or breakdown, and whether that specific political party's protest is going to disrupt the activities in the city.